G'day and welcome to Game 2 between Team Liquid and Entity. Game 1 was taken by Team Liquid in what I can only describe as a unusual game. One that was an unusual draft from Entity and somewhat drafted themselves into a corner about how they would play the game, and Liquid just saw straight through it, played how they should have, and pushed around timings and took the game in a very easy fashion. So game 2, first picks Enigma and Tusk for Team Liquid. Entity have taken Leshrac and Undying. So all of a sudden, straight off from Entity, they realized their mistake from game 1 and have got in for a much more active playstyle with the Undying and the Leshrac. Bans will be the Primal Beast and the Marcy from Entity, since first pick was Team Liquid, and Nyx and Broodmother will be taken out from Liquid. Now, once again, this is the first pick Enigma. Now, there are lots of counters available, and I'm thinking that there could be potentially a silencer in our future, maybe a Vengeful Spirit. And a Warlock we've seen in the regionals used to counter out an Enigma very well. Winter Wyverns, a decent one as well. So
10 seconds remaining.
Plenty of counter picks, but from what we saw in game 1, Entity didn't try to counter the Enigma. They just sort of tried to go around the Enigma, and that certainly didn't work. Entity got this, we just need a little bit of excitement. OG knew this, they threw game 2 intentionally. Yeah, I don't know about that.
10 seconds remaining.
I'll have to see. So Tusk, very good at pressuring lanes.
5 seconds remaining.
Does assist in taking Roshan quickly with that tag team. I amped up damage if everyone's in the pit. But who's got Liquid have first phase, or second phase first pick, which means they could grab a silencer if it's in the pool. They didn't do it last time. I think silencer's just being a little bit ignored at the moment, because I think people are realizing silencer as a hero is a bit bad.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, the global's insanely good,
5
but
seconds remaining.
otherwise, that's about it. So, if it is a core Enigma, silence is good. If it's a support Enigma, then you just waste a pick on it. AA being banned again. This time CM. CM being banned. No, please don't do it. Don't ban CM. Don't make this hero look better than it is.
Team Liquid's turn to
Faces
ban.
Void as well. Yeah, okay. You can't let Faces Void and Enigma through as well. Look, the AA being banned against the Leshrac makes a lot of sense. That's the exact same move that Liquid made in game 1. They picked the Leshrac, banned the AA, so you don't have you can still get the heals off with the double lifesteal once the Bloodstone
10
comes out.
seconds remaining.
Double spell lifesteal, and of course you got an Undying as well, so there's heals there.
5
So banning an
seconds
AA
remaining.
is just fairly logical. Liquid get rid of the Visage. I think that there's no way Entity will pick up a Visage unless it's in the first phase. They'll just be banned against them every time. Beastmaster as well. We're banning the Zoo, so no Broodmother, no Visage, no Beastmaster. The Zoo is being removed from this game. Liquid have no time for it. One more ban available as well. I've said it before, I think the second phase double pick is the strongest phase of the draft. And this game, Entity will get that. You really can just pick whatever you want. You can pick 2 heroes, uncounted, no interaction from the other side. And it's late enough in the draft that you can really set the direction. Unlike the double pick in the first phase, where you're still just setting up what you're potentially going for. So, Entity do have that advantage here. Could just be talking through my hat. Okay. So, that's likely to be a Matamba Man Pudge. Lone Druid wasn't actually banned this game. Interestingly enough.
10 seconds remaining.
So
5
this
seconds
rules out a
remaining.
couple of potential carries for Entity. You never want to play a PL into a Pudge. The healer reduction on the Rot is pretty good against the Leshrac. Undying really doesn't want to walk in against a Pudge either.
Entities turn to pick.
So they just go for Sniper. They go, what is the longest range hero that we can get? So we can hit Pudge from afar, and it's the Sniper. Tiny grab for Entity as well. Likely to be a 4 Tiny again, a Katomi Tiny. I think Katomi played reasonably well on the Tiny in that first game. He didn't have a lot to work with though. That was the real issue in that game one for Katomi. I think he did well with what he had, but with such a static lineup, didn't really get the job done. Righto. The Lina. We saw a lot of Lina in the Eastern European qualifiers, where Lina was used as that mid laner just to bully the lane, secure the lane, and then snowball from there. We've also seen more recently the magical damage build Lina with the Aghanim Scepter, the Flame Cloak. Just amping, I think it's 30% amp on all spells. That's pretty insane. So we could see a Pudge safe lane, Lina mid. That would leave a support pick for Team Liquid last. Unless it is the support Enigma and it's the POS 3 coming out for Zai in that last pick. That could be what we're actually seeing here. Entity are banning the Mars. So they're thinking the same way that I was sort of heading towards there. That in fact this Enigma probably isn't the 3. And that they're still looking for Zai's hero. Saying that though, there isn't really any strong counters to this Enigma. Sniper's decent because you're always so far back, but Leshrac, Undying, and Tiny are all going to be in the middle of the fight. If you catch a 2 or 3 man black hole, BKB black hole in the middle of that, Sniper can just hit you. You're still going to get the kills. Sniper won't kill you fast enough before the rest of Team Liquid will kill anyone caught in that black hole. It's still a good Enigma game. And yeah, Entity go back for the ban on Shakiro thinking, hang on a second, it's probably still a good chance that this is a core Enigma. Lycan banned out from Team Liquid.
5 seconds remaining.
As well as the Brewmaster. Yeah, Brewmaster is not making it through the May drafts as well. Just the flexibility it provides with the Ags now, you can get the Wind Panda out and just set up around block work. Is this a mid? Oh, Core Undying? Why are you looking at Core Undying here? Okay. Core Undying against the Pudge, Tusk. Makes sense.
10 seconds remaining.
I would assume it's Leshrac mid, Sniper safe lane.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Clockwork 4. Could be a Clock 3, but I think Clock's more suited to be the 4 role. So the hook shot is some way that you can deal with a BKB black hole. And there's nothing that Enigma can get, ever, apart from maybe a refresher, to counter that. A Lincoln's won't help. The BKB won't help. That hook shot will go through all of it. Hey, grab the Snapfire. Yeah, that's a great last pick against this Core Undying. Will it be a Core Undying? Fishman, Katomi, yeah. So Toby will have that Core Undying. They grab the Snapfire. You counter it out with the little shredder. And Zai will be on the Core Enigma. It's a good Core Enigma game. It's just the one counter, just the clockwork. And honestly, Hook was likely to have been used. Or it's very hard to get the angle. You actually have to catch the Enigma. And there might be allies around, there might be enemies around, multiple things that can block that hook. So, one soft counter to the black hole. But not really enough, I would say. So yeah, it's a great Enigma game. Entity are looking to be a little more aggressive this game with Leshrac and Undying, but I think Team Liquid's draft has just met them halfway. They've got a fairly aggressive mid themselves with Lina. They've got a very aggressive safe laner with Pudge, and Enigma will come and join the fights whenever necessary. Boxing and Insania, very strong support duo, both with stuns, both with good burst damage. Can both input damage into a black hole. Mortimer's Kisses are very good for that. Follow-up Cookie, very good for that. think the Liquid drafter probably got it. And from what I saw in game 1 with the playstyles of the teams, Liquid certainly looked like they had the edge over side of Entity. First Blink Dagger? Interesting. Maybe Katomi, highest net worth at the end of the game. Man, both teams sort of moving out to begin with. I mean, please let me get my predictions done. So wards we place down under the cover of smokes. This one scouted up on the high ground. I don't think so. Tumble with the hook level 1. They secure the rune, or maybe even bring someone over for dinner. Who knows? Have to wait and see. Other wood for the side of Entity was placed down in the jungle. We'll start seeing Matama Man and Insania moving over. They'll ping it out. Boxy as well, so I'll see the whole movements of Liquid at the moment. And they still want to contest this, even though they know everyone's coming down. Oh, actually, with an Avalanche, they might want to take it. Shards to block them off. They're in the middle of the fight. Two-man LSA with the hook. That's the first blood. Undying goes down. Doesn't get any chance to get the decays off at all. And with the shards from Boxy, excellent will start there for the side of Liquid. So in the mid lane, we'll see Mickey on the Lina up against Stormstormer's Leshrac. Down in the bottom lane, Matama Man on the one Pudge, being supported by Insania on the Snapfire. This is where we'll see Toby's Undying and Katomi on the Tiny. This is a good lane for the Snapfire because you get the point with a Shredder and that can kill the Tombstone. So very clean counter. In the top lane for Entity, we see the Pos 1 Sniper being played by Pure. He's supported by Fishman on the Clockwork, and Zai's over here with the Enigma. And I think trying to pull some waves might be Boxy on the top. Now, the Eidolons are very good against the Clockwork because they can tank battery assault. So just one of those things that, I mean, this is like the laser gun from Sniper here. Pew, 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 pew. That doesn't sound very effective at all. Throwing down the shrapnel will give a good amount of damage onto Zai. Bottom lane, Matama Man 7-0, so good last hits for him. 8-0 even. He's pretty much had 2 perfect lanes, 2 perfect waves so far. Pretty good. More last hits in the mid lane is 4 and 5 and 4 and 1. Rarely do you see that at this point in the game. That you are. It's just getting hit by Zai. And the shards will catch him. This is a dead sniper. Okay, he just wasted himself just wasted an Iron Branch. Zai will say, yes, thank you. I'll take a little bit of gold. Does get a little bit of meta for it. The Pure dies on the Sniper as he's wandering down the river. Shards catching him out. Second point into the cookie for the time being. Not the little Shredder. Tombstone not leveled up just yet. Probably very fearful to use it. Hammer Man. No points yet in the flesh heap. But look at this last inning. 11-0. My goodness. Hook actually get the range creep as well. This is insane. Already the perfect start for Liquid in their lanes. It does say less than 1k net worth lead to Entity. I'm not sure how that would be possible with the first blood going Liquid as well. Roll coming through with the shards. There's not enough for a Maleficus. There it is now. But the Cogs just pushing away. They'll get the damage a little bit over onto Fishman. Pure able to walk it off, but still rough in this top lane. With these Eidolons and the Boxy roll plus shards, this Sniper is in a lot of kill threat all the time. 3 mangoes to pop as well. Lock up the camp. And Boxy might just come back over and go in for it again. Pure chucking out the shrapnel. Boxy just walking on in. Yeah, there's the roll. Catching over onto Pure. There will be some shards available, but Guy didn't make his way over. There's the Maleficus and another death on this Pos 1 Sniper. Fishman's going to try and get a trade, but the tag team slows down, actually turning around with the damage. They might even have enough. Yeah, I think they do. And Fishman will die. Double kill on the top lane for Liquid and Boxy. And, oh my goodness, Liquid are coming out of the gates thick and fast here. Really? Yeah, this...
Radiant's top tower.
I think the gold is bugged. Currently at the moment. Could be wrong. I mean, the sniper's having a terrible game. Tummerman's having excellent farm in this bottom lane. Okay, almost level 6 now. Stormstormer only 4. Still 3/4 of level to level 6, but he has got ahead of Stormstormer. Bottom side, Matama Man is being chased in the trees. Toby has a tombstone if he wants to use it. Sania just drew them back away. My goodness, how close to fine. If they dropped the tombstone, they would have seen the Pudge. Does have 7 stick charges. Be a little bit careful here. The damage can come out from this core undying. And the level 3 tiny now. Point in Avalanche and Toss. Still no point in the little shredder to counter out this tombstone. Don't know if Toby knows though that he doesn't have a point topside. Boxy he'd go in on Fishman or at least try to get away, but the battery assault will run out. They can't chase him. He's got boots. He'll salve up and Boxy will be just fine. You are chasing through onto Zai underneath the tower. Let's get the courier. Won't be enough. There's another round of the battery assault. This time they put onto Pure. Are there more mangoes? Not enough. No mangoes, but they do have the shards. Creeps are hitting along with the Eidolons. This could actually turn around onto Pure. They want to get the kill again. Eidolons are hitting. This sniper is going to be dead. Maleficus. Hitomi doesn't arrive in time to save. And in fact, Boxy lives with the help of the wand. But now Fishman, I think, is going to die as well. Blocks from the Eidolons. There's another Maleficus, and he'll die to the Eidolons. Ike even rolls across the area to potentially get a kill. 6-1 now in favor of Liquid. They are getting a good advantage here in the early game. Now Stormstormer potentially in trouble. Laguna online. Regen bottled up for Mickey. Tummerman, after his great start, hasn't been able to sit on the lane too much. In fact, might find Katomi. There is a clockwork inside. Start dealing the damage out. Did pop the old flesh heap, but not enough to protect against that level 2 battery assault. Now, as the rotation continues to the bottom lane, they might just look for Insania. They sort of know he's behind the tower. Leshrac does die in the mid lane. They're cutting through. Katomi's on the hunt. They know that there's a Snapfire around here somewhere. He's cutting through the trees. Insania, will they find him? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, Duke's backing around. Oh, they've sounded now. Katomi chucks him back in underneath the tower. Toby can drop the tombstone. He needs to get it down if he wants to use it. There are rotations coming in. Zai's here, but he's been caught by the battery assault. Can he get himself away? No, he can't. The battery assault gets the job done. Fishman behind the tower. I don't think Liquid knew how many there were in the area. And now Stormstorm and Mickey gets caught by the splitter. There's also a tombstone on the deck, and Toby with the amped damage might get the job done. Tombstone is taken down by Insania with the little shredder. Boxy dies to Stormstormer's pulsed over damage, and there's a bit of a disaster for Liquid in the bottom lane. They'll lose the tower most likely. At least take good damage against it, and they lose 4 heroes. That was hopefully going to be a black hole rotation for Zai. Had the black hole ready, just TP'd straight into the waiting arms of Fishman.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Matama Man getting some much needed space on this top lane now. Bottom of the switch over. In terms of net worth, he is still ahead of the Leshrac and the Sniper. This is very, very even in with this game, but level 6 now, Dismember online, working towards the phase boots. Gonna keep freely farming in this jungle. I mean, this is about as free as it gets. He's being very confident that no one's in the area. The rest of his team is scouting out where they're at. Shards will block off. Tag team inside, little shredder. Zyke is in range for the Malefice. Not quite, but the snowball will continue forward. Split Earth catches. Cookie actually sends him in the wrong direction. Depends on if you want to save his life or send him into utter death, but Cookie will get the tusk out. Viewer just has the power treads plus wand or stick even at this point. Javelin being sent out. That right click animation, whatever this weapon is, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. Don't like the sound. Sounds a little too plasticky for my liking. Like a good chunk. Ooh, nice little D-ward there from Tony as well. Sense there might be one in that area.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Courier does survive. Tanya walking the Courier left and right, making sure it doesn't get taken out by that tree toss. Top side low now. Matumba Man and Zai looking to make a rotation here, but TP's coming in from Stormstormer. They want to defend. I'm not sure that Liquid thought they were going to. Stormstormer's got a lot of damage. Avalanche will cancel the Dismember. Caught inside the roll. Now the tag team as well. Matumba Man's on top of the fight, but with Toby rotating as well with the amp damage and the Tombstone, there's no escaping. And the rest of Liquid have to back out. Zai still yet to use that black hole, even for the first time in this game. Insania close to level 6. Mortimer's Kisses. Possibly want to combine that with a black hole. And Mickey just hasn't been able to get a lot done with this Lina. Going for the magic damage build though. So this is the I'm going to pop someone in very short fashion. Etherlens going into the Aghanim Scepter. So this is the magic damage special Lina. Not physical. We're going to have magic damage special. We're going to see Kaya's. We're going to see Flame Cloaks. And it's Laguna Blade plus the LSA and Dragon Slave are going to be dealing a lot of damage once that Flame Cloak is popped. So I'm looking to secure this top tier 1 with the Eidolons. Fisherman's in the area. Going to soak level 6. The tower will go down to the Enigma. Do we have the Wraith Pact? Not just yet. Working towards it. Foxy smoking to the mid lane along with Mickey. Mickey will be forced to show himself on that lane. And Matumba Man has gone for the hood. Nowhere near that Aghanim Scepter just yet. Still ahead of the Leshrac. Sniper though, he's starting to farm. Pure getting some space on this top side. Close to, or has the Maelstrom being sent out now as well. Shot used on Fishman, but no kill though. Sania has the Mortimer's Kisses. They want to make some sort of rotation with the Mortimer's Kisses and the Black Hole. And get some space on the map for Matumba Man. Fishman, no hook shot for another 25. However, he is rolled on. There'll be a battery assault coming out in a moment. Boris Punch sends him up in the air. LSA. I'm thinking there might be a Laguna to try and get the last little bit of damage. He does. Tombstone is on the deck. Boxy goes down. Liquid getting the kill first, and then Entity getting the turnaround, and then the immediate smoke from Katomi. No Blink Dagger just yet. Stormstormer on the charge. Working towards that Bloodstone. Fine, Matumba Man here. That would be ideal. They catch him. There'll be a Split Earth as well with the Pulse Nova damage. And the level 1 Diabolic Dig will actually turn around. He's trying to live with the cloak. Cookie gets him further away. He will turn to live for the time being. Mortimer's Kisses being thrown onto Stormstormer. I'm not sure he can make it out. He can't. The Globs will chase the little disco pony down. And that Pipe Pop. 350 magical damage with Pipe Hood. Just doing enough to keep him alive. He would have been well dead without that hood. And that's pretty huge for Liquid, actually. If Matumba Man had died there and Entity get out cleanly, then that's just items, timings, and map positioning going the way of Entity. But with Liquid claiming that sort of turnaround, couple of kills there, or at least defending Matumba Man so he can continue farming, they are very, very happy. Bottom lane, Katomi, 730 gold away from the Blink Dagger. Stormer, farming up some stacks. Closer and closer towards that Bloodstone. Still, he's going to disassemble the Arcane Boots for it most likely. So he's not too far away. Dai has the Wraith Pact fully completed. Probably thinking about a Blink Dagger next. We'll have to see whether it's the Blink Dagger or the Ether Lens. And Boxy working towards the 4-staff. See neutral items. Everyone has one at the moment. There is a shovel on Boxy, so you want to make sure you're digging up. Try and get yourself those bounty runes all the time. Free sales, free mangoes, and the smoke comes out now from Liquid. They do miss Mikke in the smoke. Don't want to lose those charges. He does just keep them active. Just. Smoke's coming out. This time we've got Wraith Pact plus Black Hole. Looking forward. Can they find anything on the tier 1 maybe? Toby's in the area. Got himself a Falcon Blade and the casual plate mail, so he's tankier than he looks. A little shambling zombie. Zai will show underneath the tower, and they'll push towards LC. Rotation's going to be a good shot. Actually, on a Matumman. There's the globs from the side. Snowball save in the middle. Tombstone is down, starting to build up those zombies. LSA catches on the Katomi and the hook. There's a Laguna, but immediately tossed out. The right clicks aren't going to be enough for Mikke, and they can't fight underneath this Tombstone. They have to run away. Black Hole is still online. Actually, turn around. Fishman went a little bit too far. Mikke says, yoink. I'll take that. Hit the LSA and Dragon Slave. Zombies will eventually run out. So, good defense there of that tier 1 tower from Entity. They get a couple of kills and only trade their clockwork for it. A willing sacrifice that I'm sure he's happy to make. Amy, close to Blink now. 170 gold away. Boxy on the hunt. Once this Central Conqueror doesn't quite get it.
Dire's courier has been killed.
We're yet to see a Black Hole yet.
Dire's middle tower
We're waiting for it. Excited to see the first Black Hole of the game. Fishman wants to have a 4-staff just so he's a bit more has higher mobility in the fights. There is a play prior to BKB with 4-staff you can do with Clockwork against the Enigma. If you have Battery Assault running, you can 4-staff your way into a Black Hole and try and get the battery to sort of cancel it. So it's a high risk, high reward play. Can work. I still can use it. Boxy leading forward, has the punch, throws out the shards. Tommy will make his way backwards. I think he's saying he has the Blink Dagger now. The Blink is active on Tiny, Maxed Out, Avalanche, and Toss. So this 4 Tiny is now very, very strong. Top side, they found Insania. Fishman is on top of him. Insania trying to make his way through the trees. If he can get a cookie over the tree line, maybe he can live, but the decay with the plus 60 damage will get the job done. Never got a chance to eat that cookie. Feed it over the Mortimer. I'd love to see the Aghanims on the Clockwork this game. Just the constant rocket flares scouting out across the map, the triple rocket flares. Everyone loves to see that. A little bit of Ozfrog action. Dumber Man getting closer to the Aghanim Scepter. I believe he's 200 gold away. That'll be a big power spike for the side of Liquid. Probably still wants a BKB reasonably soon after that, but still. Very big power spike. With the Rot Slow 16%. I wonder if it'll take the Meat Hook damage or Dispel Lifesteal. I mean, 120 pure damage on the Meat Hook is... It's not something to easily turn down. Okay, Aghanim Scepter working on it as well. Has the Boots of Travel plus Ether Lens. At 2,000 gold away. They actually scat him out maybe with the Flare. There it is. Blinking from a Gatomi Avalanche. Looking for a toss target. Doesn't quite find it. Now the LSA turns around Stormer. Making it through a little bit further. There was no connection with the hook from Fishman. So, I'll dodge a bullet there. Side of Liquid. See, just searching for that toss target. Nothing was in range. So we're going to have mass magic damage. Hook shot coming across over onto the tusk. Cookied out from the hogs. Do they still want to chase? There's a 4-man avalanche. Is there any follow-up after it though? Tomy gets the initiation. The snipers pewing from the back lines. They get Zai. There's the roll coming through with the follow-up. Mortimer's kisses, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough. Pewer's got a juke and drive. It won't be. Insania has been caught. Fishman's got another round of the battery assault. While this was happening, I believe the Undying went down to Mickey and Matumba Man. You can see there that long range from Pure. He's got the Dragon Lance, even got the concussion grenade now. So a bit of movement, 475 knockback distance, and I believe yeah, disarmed as well. So won't be great. We're probably just against the Lina this game, but the disarm might be relevant against the Tombstone. You know, people just trying to hit a Tombstone, disarm them with the concussion grenade. Enable that Tombstone to stay up a little bit longer. Something that may occur. Pretty fringe. Bottom side, there is an Arcane Rune. Fishman has a hook. Tomy has both spells. And it will be given over to Entity for the time being. Zai just hasn't been able to get off this black hole. I mean, that was a 4-man initiation from Katomi. I don't think he could quite believe his eyes when he blinked in and got an avalanche on 4. But, you know, set up for Pure to just blink away from the back of the fight. Write some hoo-hoo-ha-has. BKB nearing for the sniper as well, so he'll be able to stand his ground. Toby, Lotus Orb, finished, working on the Pipe of Insight. Haven't really felt the impact of this off-lane Undying. You know, it's not one of those drafts where Entity was sort of like all in on an early push around this Undying, really levering the strength of the Undying. Instead, they did just let it slow down a little bit, but that's okay. They have a sniper, they have a Leshrac. Not like they're throwing the game for letting this linger with this core Undying. And core Undying is one of those heroes that has a strong early game timing, but then becomes really strong later on. You get the Tombstone on death, or the -2 second decay cooldown, and then the 300 second reincarnation, and just get 3 second life. This is when late game an Undying becomes really, a core Undying becomes really strong again. Tumberman has the Ags. They're moving forward. Aghanim Scepter as well on Mickey. Flame Cloak, extra 30% spell amp, as well as 35% magic resist. And 3k net worth lead to Entity for the time being. We're yet to see a black hole. We're yet to see Zai really have any impact in this game. He's bottom of the net worth for the cause. But it is still a black hole. You have to be fearful of it. If you just forget about it for a little bit, even for a moment, you forget there's a black hole in the game. It's quite possible considering we haven't seen one. You know, you can just be caught out. Entity are moving forward now under the cover of the smoke. Trying to find something. Katomi in the lead as well as the Clockwork with the flares scouting out. They'll find Matumba Man. In he goes. LSA, Cookie. Both teams managed to get their way out. Tombstone up on the high ground. Blinking in from Katomi, throwing up the Snapfire into the air. They will get the 1 kill, but Liquid managed to work their way back from there and not continue to take the fight. Tombstone used. I'll be happy to disengage and keep farming. Now, if we think going to the late game, who has the advantage here? Now, Matumba Man hasn't really got any stacks. He's only got 2 sheep stacks. He hasn't had a great game with early kills. But if this Pudge gets on top of the sniper, it's going to be rough on the sniper. He will have the pushback from the headshot and possibly from the talent. 28 knockback damage headshot. Might be able to keep the Pudge off him, but it's going to be hard. Stormstormer has a regen rune bottled up, working towards a blink BKB himself. No shard yet on the Leshrac. becomes really powerful when you're either pushing high ground or defending high ground. And you just keep layering up those stuns, those split earths. And no one can really, from the opposition, dares to move into that area at all. Getting closer now to the BKB. Might be one of these games where we see one black hole win it or lose it. Man hunting. Oh, they're gonna scout out. Die. Clear hook. Link back. Just be fine for the time being. And to decide that's a bridge too far to try and hook that far over near to the tier 1. Liquid could rotate and punish them for that movement. What's Mickey move towards now? He's got the Blink Dagger queued up with the LSA damage plus the minus 3.5 second Dragon Slave cooldown. So going for the magic damage build. Plus 130, I mean, that's a decent amount more. And 3.5 second cooldowns, that's 5.5 seconds, that's a lot. Even has the Eye of the Vizier for the cast range. This is 50 mana for the Flame Cloak. Pretty much costs nothing. You're always going to have that in terms of mana. It's only 25 second cooldown as well, so it's really good. It's just to burst. You pop it, you burst someone, you throw everything down, and you just kill them. Particularly once you get the pure damage at level 25. Pure and pierce the spell immunity, and with that flame cloak, you can pretty much kill anyone. Once you've gone in this magic damage build, it is insane the amount of damage that comes out from a magic damage build. Lena at level 25. Vision continue to be planted by Fishman in his own jungle, just making sure that they've got free farming patterns for their cores. Kobe finished off the Pipe of Insight, working towards just some phase boots now, maybe even the Shard. Yeah, Shard probably first. Getting the zombies on the flesh going, plus the cooldown, reducing it by a significant amount, 35 seconds. Roshan has not been disturbed this game just yet. No one's even ducked their head in there to have a look at the big fella. Players, top lane. Tumberman's closer towards that BKB, about 1300 gold away from it. Tania TPing top. Looks like there might be some action coming top. Whether Anthony want to continue the push going that way, or they're happy to keep farming. You are, with this sniper now, has the Crystallis. Working into the Daedalus, so he's going to be damage boy. He's got himself a little bit of attack range, PKB for survivability, Road Bow as well. And just look at it. How much additional? 400, 500, 650 bonus attack range, level 25 talent, 750, my goodness. And the attack range on this sniper is very, very long. Boxy working towards that Blink Dagger himself as well. Only 390 gold away. So that Flame Cloak being popped just immediately clears that Creep Wave. And the other thing it does, the Flame Cloak does, it grants unobstructed movement. So you can just go over cliffs. It's basically flying. 4-man smoke now from Entity. I'll leave the rune just in case there is a ward on it. Well, there's pretty safe sentries around everywhere. And they're looking for Zai on this top lane. They might cut through. Find Matumberman farming. They'll go for it. They'll throw down the vision. Matumberman immediately blinks away. They just saw it in time. The vision that was planted. And now the hook trying to catch out. Lycra coming back across, collapse, and into the Roche Pit they go. Pure, they'll drop the tombstone. Does he have the shard? No, he doesn't. Hookshot. Catches on an illusion. It's just an illusion, so no hookshot now. Liquid, they're still looking to come and fight, throwing shards into the pit, getting a little bit of vision. Tombstone will expire soon enough. On the high ground, Pure, the attack range. Tanya just has to try and get further away. Tombstone will go down, so now would be the time to fight. It's gone. If Liquid want to go in, 5-man smoke, it's almost dead. They're moving down the river. Matumberman, there's the Mortimer's Kisses. Matumberman, BKB in the middle of the fight. He doesn't get the Aegis. What's he going to do now? Can he try and stand toe-to-toe with Pure? He will use the Dismember. Fishman's actually surrounded. There's the black hole. It catches on the back line and will just be able to track. I don't think there's any further damage on a Stormstormer. But Tumberman is still trying to deal the damage. Mickey might come and clean up. Buybacks now from the clock and the Tiny. Katomi gets back in with the Avalanche. And it'll be more than enough damage to take out Mickey. Zai is trying to escape, but the vision will come from the rocket flare. That was a buyback on Boxy. In fact, he might be caught. Tossed up into the air, pure. Yeah, this is a dead Boxy. I think he cancelled his TP there to get the kill. But that's 6 dead on the side of Liquid. I mean, the casualties as well on Entity. There was 2 buybacks, so 6 from them as well. Or no, not really. It's only the 4 because they didn't die again. And the sniper had the Aegis. So Aegis has been used already. So good fight there from Entity. They got the Aegis, got everything they wanted. Liquid waited for the Tombstone to go down. They took their time and just still couldn't take the fight. And that is an enchanted quiver being found. I think he just wants to keep the Growbow to have the constant 100 attack range. Cash over on the jungle. 4-staff won't save Insania. The vision will be planted. Liquid, do they want to take a fight? So I'm throwing out the Wraith Pact. I'm not sure about this one. No Black Hole. No Insania. Yeah, I think the better call is just probably to back out of there as soon as possible. Headshot is physical, so it doesn't get amped up by the Growbow. In fact, goes for the Titan Still now. So he's put the Growbow away, realizing the Titan Still is just a little bit better. 28 knockback distance, so we'll try and keep the Pudge off him with that talent. Hitomi, 4-staff being sent out. So we'll have a little bit more mobility in the fights. And this game is really starting to flow in Entity's favor. They have a 10k net worth lead. They took the Roche fight. And Liquid are struggling to get work done on the map now. Get the D-wards. Insania shows himself for a moment. Mickey, actually mid lane, fight is breaking up. Tummerman is forced to use the BKB and walk away. Wants to have a Shiva's Guard next. I guess the plate mail plus 10 armor will be very good against the sniper. Not so good against the Leshrac. Now, we did see the first black hole in that last Roche fight. It did only catch on the 1. Surprised it wasn't a little more centralized. I guess no BKB yet, so have to be careful around the clockwork. Actually, bottom side, Tummerman's been caught. He doesn't have a BKB. Pops the hood, but he's just going to die. Pure with the Daedalus as they're trying to find anything more. Tombstone has been dropped. And this little pew-pew laser gun is now really pumping out the damage. Maelstrom with the Daedalus. Dragonlance up onto the high ground. Fearlessly Stormstormer goes, throwing out the flare for vision. They'll see Boxy. Stars to try and just slow down the push. Lift will clear out this way. Zai desperately needs this BKB so he can go in fearlessly against this team. If he can find a big black hole, then the fight will turn for Liquid. Question is, can he find it before their own Ancient explodes? We're 20 now, 11% spell amp, look at it. Ooh, Mickey, it's a lot of damage. Kyra as well, the 8%, 11%, that's... so what's that? 19%. Plus 30% amp from this. That's 49% spell amp. 49% spell amp plus the additional damage. Cooldown reduction from Quickening Charm. 5-second cooldown. 6.3-second cooldown. 45. 22. I mean, don't forget, this guy actually clicks as well. You know, he's got the shard. So 15 more damage per fiery soul charge. So, and this is just what plus. So 10, like 7 times 15. So 70, like an additional 115 damage or something. Surely not, right? I don't think it's showing that though. I want to see it run out.
Dire's top tower is
These
under
abilities
attack.
deal 15 more
Radiant's middle
damage
tower has fallen.
each fiery soldier.
Radiant's
Oh, I've
bottom
misread that in the
tower is
past.
under attack.
Okay, I'm an absolute pig. I've misread that in the past. These abilities deal 15 more damage per each fiery soldier. So these abilities, Laguna Blade, Dragon Slave, Light Striker Rage, deal 15% 15 more damage for each. So they'll deal, okay, it's like 115 damage amp to each of your abilities. I mean, that's a lot when you're amping your damage by 49%. So there you go. So this is really dealing, when there's seven fiery soul charges, it's like a 440 odd damage, but that's without the flame cloak popped, or increasing the amp damage from the Kaya or the talent. Righto, smoke coming out under the vision, blink, stun in, get the initiation onto Toby, and the roll over onto high grade. He's actually isolated himself, and Boxy will immediately go down. Hook shot does miss the blink just from a Tumber Man in time, manages to get him out. And Liquid, they are grasping at straws in this game too. Entity were looking a little aimless in game 1, and Liquid had the firm advantage. Game 2, Liquid, it's the shoes on the other foot. They just can't seem to get the fight they want. They have the BKB Black Hole now. Zai's only level 15 though. Doesn't even have the level 3 Black Hole. On Matama Man. Plus 0.8 dismember duration. Didn't end up taking the 120 meat hook damage. Took the 8% spell lifesteal. He's getting larger though. 4th on the net worth. Lena's 2nd. Sniper Pure is firmly in the lead with pretty much an item advantage. Has a Lincoln Sphere now as well. So that Blink Eat will no longer catch him. If you think about what else will potentially catch the Sniper with that Lincoln's, I mean, we got the Eat, we got the Punch, the Roll, probably Laguna as well, Malefice. There is a reasonable amount of AoE spells like the LSA, the Cookie, Mortimer's Kisses, but he has a BKB for those as well. So he just wanted that Lincoln's to make sure that he didn't get caught before he managed to pop the BKB. Working into a Maelstrom, or the completed Maelstrom, Mjolnir next. I wonder if Pure will go for the Satanic after this, just so he can stand and fight. Stand and hit. Replace maybe the power trades with the Satanic. So if he ever does get caught in the midst of a fight, he can just turn and lifesteal up with the Daedalus.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
So this time it's Liquid that are playing keepaways on the map. Just slowly pushing out side lanes, getting as much farm as they can. Their 13k net worth down. Bleeding has somewhat stemmed, I guess, from that last Aegis. 1 minute and 24, and there'll be another fight around the Roche pit. I doubt Liquid are just going to let Entity have this. They don't know if Roche is up. They want to try and take a fight. They have the BKB Black Hole, and the Shiva's Guard is now online. Oh, it's an E-Blade as well on Mickey. He catches someone, they die. There's the bleed. Dismember. I mean, Mortimer's Kiss is on the 2. They block the 2 supports and 2 buybacks now from Andy. Black Hole, BKB. They find this Leshrac, but it was inside the BKB himself. So Stormstormer, he's perfectly okay. Zai now, his own BKB, doesn't really have much more to offer. Malefice off to the side. Cookie keeps Matama Man reasonably safe. The Avalanche will hold him back. Pure trying to deal the damage of him in the trees. They do get the kill. Meanwhile, to the north side, Zai trying to escape. They don't. Fishman cancels with the Force Staff. And Zai does not make it out of that situation. Now that was a buyback from Boxy once again. He's making no progress this game with his items, but double buyback from Entity. The Undying and the Clockwork brought back in to be a part of that fight. So it was a reasonable engagement from Liquid. LSA follow up with the Mortimer's Kisses. They were able to blow off those 2 supports, but immediately they get the turnarounds with the buybacks. Stormstormer hunting on this bottom lane. Insane needs to be careful. Although does it? Stormsword needs to be careful. Ooh, is there a gem? Yeah, there is a gem on Snapfire. He gets caught there by Mickey, and Stormstormer is dead. Without a BKB, the amount of magic damage this fiery lady is doing, in fact, as well. Is it the Timeless Relic? Oh, Another 15% spell damage. I mean, Aegis is playing while this is happening. There's nothing we can do about it. Another 15% spell damage. 20% debuff duration. I mean, what did you say? 49% before, so now it's 59, like 64% spell amp. My goodness. So we have Shard was already claimed. Shard was already... I think it might have been given to Fishman. Nope. Tommy? Nope. Where's the Shard? Maybe on Leshrac?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Where is the Shard? That was the second... He already had this. I'm almost certain he already had this. He had it queued up ages ago. I'm going insane with where this Shard has gone.
Boom, there it goes.
Is it still in the pit?
Are scanning.
No? Alright. Losing my mind. Hasn't been not consumed by anyone, has it? No. I need to stop thinking about that Shard. I don't know where it's gone. So, Entity. With now the Aegis on the Sniper and also the Ninja Gear. Just got the D-Room bottled up as well. Got even the BKB in the backpack. He's slotted at the moment. Level 25 with the additional 100 attack range. It's like he's got that Growbow back once again. And Liquid, how are they going to defend this high ground? Certainly not easily if they lose a hero before the push even begins. Double Catapult Wave is coming in. But to the bottom lane they go. Pure throws up the Shrapnel. And from long range, the siege starts. How do they get out this far? They have full staffs to protect him. Try and get the catch onto this Undying. Will they get it done? No, he manages to escape further away. He's stealing strength to stay alive. BKB from Matama Man. Pure throwing out the Shrapnel. He actually jumps forward with the concussive shot and takes down Zai. BKB now from Pure. He's just standing forward. The hook will save. Oh, in the base. There's no buyback either. Matama Man, what you gonna do to this DD sniper? Pure, they chuck him up into there, moving him further backwards. Do they have a way? Buyback now from Lena. They couldn't follow up with the flame. The flame cloak damage. Mickey just needs to find a way to get on top of this sniper. Maybe a Shadow Blade, maybe a Blink. He needs to be a hunter. Storming out, level 25 as well with the plus 25 Diabolic Edict. The buildings are going to die so quickly. Pure's just going straight for the throne. They don't even care about the racks at this point. I mean, Guy is going to respawn. He has Black Hole, BKB. Need to keep BK alive though. He's dead before him. Matama Man's in the middle of the fight. Zai, where's this Black Hole? Is it going to be enough? The Lotus actually reflects it on the side. Zai gets cancelled. He can't get in. The Black Hole is still available. Buyback now from Snapfire. He's got the 2 lives, just buying the time around it. Matama Man, he wants to be the bait. He's trying to get in. The hook will find the first light. Stormstormer blinks in. Guy throws out the Malefice, and there's the Black Hole. It will be on 2. There is no BKB, but the damage might have to be enough from Mickey. Will it be enough there? First life is down, but they're falling on the side of Liquid. Pure, they're pushing onto the base with the sniper. Tusk will be spawning in 2 seconds. Is there any way they can get a defense happening here? There's no Black Hole. They're just waiting behind Zai. They're trying snowball through, trying to get the punch. They actually kick him away. Probably might even save him. And that's it. That's GG. It wasn't a kick away. It was a 4-staff, I believe, with the punch. Seeing that there's no kick, no Aghanim Scepter on the Tusk. That's game 2. Going to Entity.